I was obviously in need of a chuckle while I was away, and luckily I got it courtesy of Massachusetts. Why? Well, apparently the Democratic Party wants Ed Markey to be the next senator from Massachusetts. And yes, I was chuckling when I heard that news, because if you know Ed Markey, you would chuckle. Congressman Ed Markey, let me say this about Ed Markey. Nah, that's about all you need to say about Ed Markey. Guy's been in Congress for 36 years and hadn't done a whole lot with that 36 years, has he? In fact, if I asked you to name three big accomplishments of Ed Markey's while he's been in the House, that would probably be asking you to name three more than you were capable of naming. I can't name them, and I pay attention to this stuff, sort of. I mean, I guess he chaired the Global Warming Committee in the House that is now defunct. I'm not sure whatever came of that committee, so if you consider that an accomplishment, great. But otherwise, Ed Markey not known for a whole lot other than just being there. Which leads me to the endorsement of John Kerry of Ed Markey. First of all, Kerry tells you in his own endorsement of him that he shouldn't be doing this. After all, his new post, Secretary of State, is apolitical, and he's not supposed to get involved in these things. But he's technically not yet, so he will, of course, get involved in it, thus proving yet again he's probably not the right guy for Secretary of State. That's another matter. In his endorsement of Markey, he says, quote, he will bring proven experience in the workings of Congress, which will be a tremendous asset for him. That's funny, because in the last Senate race, the guy that brought knowledge of the workings of Congress, that apparently wasn't an asset for him, and the woman who had no knowledge of that, you endorsed her. So I guess it was okay for Elizabeth Warren to have no knowledge, but for Ed Markey, we're going to need that knowledge, and anyone who wants to run against Ed Markey, forget it, so says John Kerry. Look, when Mike Capuano is the voice of reason, you know something's wrong here, but Capuano's right when he says, I guess the big names in our party want to decide who's going to be our next senator and not the voters. He's right about that. I mean, I can hardly believe that I'm about to say this, but I hope Capuano runs in the primary, and I hope he wins just to teach this party a lesson. John Kerry shouldn't get to handpick his successor, and it shouldn't be 66-year-old Ed Markey. This is preposterous. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm not laughing as much as I'm getting outraged. I should stop talking now. MyFoxBoston.com if you'd like to weigh in.